Hi guys, it's Jeffy. I'm back again. Gonna do a part two now of my response to Onision and his video about called "Your Selective Public Sympathy for the Loss of Life," and it basically is him talking about Manchester. So didn't get through the first video really. Had to kind of call a halt on this and make this a two-parter. So just done myself a quick trip to the fridge, another beer. Hope I'm not going to be completely wasted by the time I get through this. But I think should we just, without giving a recap, I think we should just jump straight back into this. We're about halfway through, maybe just over. Okay, so let's go. Let's recommence, shall we? See what he's got to say.
So, I just wanted to make it clear that you people don't really care about these people who died. What you care about
seriously,
is taking advantage of a situation that excites you. People who die violently, really interesting to the general public, unless it happens over and over again, like shootings. They happen on a regular basis in this country, yet we don't hear about them very much anymore because we've gotten used to it.
Okay, right. No, once again, I said this a couple of times in the first one, not everybody thinks like you, Greg. How many times am I going to have to say this? Now, yeah, probably doesn't get reported enough on, in America, shootings and so on. I know it happens every day there. I mean, you could have a whole debate about gun laws in America, but probably not the time to do that here. Not the video to do that. Okay. But once again, this is not people trying to get attention. This is genuine sympathy, genuine grief, genuine empathy that people are feeling towards victims of a terrible crime. Right, okay, let's go on. Let's just try and get through this.
I'm
all
not
right.
excited about it anymore. The value of the lives of the people who have been shot more recently are not as valuable as they once were. Because back then, it was exciting. It was interesting.
Oh, come on.
And it no longer is. So now we have to come up with new things, like bombings. But, importantly, can't be a bombing in a Middle Eastern country. We're tired of hearing about bombings in Middle Eastern countries. It's too common. So we're not going to tweet about that. We're not going to tweet about our prayers. We're not going to...
Okay, listen, now I touched a bit on this on my response to his Twitter tirade yesterday. Once again, I pointed this out yesterday and almost get the point what he's saying about bombings in the Middle East. Truth is, people don't really hear from them. We could have this whole debate about the mainstream media and what they report to people and so on. Okay, get that. No one, though, I don't think anyone has said that in any of these, tweets or outpourings on social media that anyone's life is more valuable or less valuable than anyone else other than yourself, Greg. Okay, it is you that is making this generalization, I feel, at this point. Trying not to get mad. Deep breaths. Should we continue?
Tweet about our hearts because it's just not going to get as many retweets as if we tweet about a concert with a bunch of white people in it. That got bombed.
Greg. Seriously.
This is one of many reasons why I hate human beings. But I'm a conscientious objector, recognized by the U.S. government, because I value myself very, very little. And that means that I don't think my life is worth harming anyone else. It's not.
What?
If you said, would you sacrifice your life for a random person across the planet? Or if you saw someone walking across the street and they were about to get hit by a car, and you could choose yourself, knowing nothing about this person, you could choose to be a hero, jump in the way of the car, push them out of the way, would you? I would say yes, of course. Because I don't value my life very much.
Right. You're making a real pillock of yourself now, Greg. You really are. I'm kind of almost trying to... Right, okay. First of all, I find that knowing little I know about you, I doubt very seriously that you are that selfless, that you are going to throw yourself in front of a bus for someone or anything like that. I don't think you're the type, in all honesty. Okay, I sort of said this a bit in part one. I kind of almost understand if you've got a negative view of human beings at times. I go through phases of that myself for various things. Sometimes I'm very misanthropic. Other times I go through stages where I love people, and in general I try to sort of have faith in humanity. You're testing it a little bit, I've got to say. Okay, we've got a few more seconds left of this, so let's try and get to the end of this, shall we? Oh boy.
That's why I can't take a life. But my point in saying all this is simply me expressing the truth. Me expressing my opinion. And I say the truth is my opinion because I've been paying attention to the facts, the statistics, the consistent human behavior.
What?
So I hope we're clear. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Okay. Where do we begin? So that was his video. So. Oh, hello. Stop that. Okay. Facts. Yeah, whatever, Greg. Okay. There's not the time. That's your opinion. Okay. I respect that. You've a right to your opinion. You live in America, which has got freedom of speech. We've got that here in the UK. Totally your right to say that. Also, my right to critique what you've said. And I think I mentioned in yesterday's video I did about you yesterday, I know you do not like being criticised whatsoever. You do not seem to take even constructive criticism very well. But I guess just to sum up here on this topic, and then I really want to not have to make more videos about this. I want something else to talk about. What you did on Twitter and what you've done with this video, I feel was very callous, very insensitive, and it was completely uncalled for. There was no need for this. It may be very well be your right to say it, but please, try. And I know it might be very difficult for you if you do feel the way you do. Try and empathize a bit with people. Try and empathize with people who have lost loved ones or whatever. Then some of them might have seen your videos, for all you know, and they might be fans of yours. You don't know. Once again, this kind of goes back to something I said yesterday. This is the reason your channels are dying. This is the reason stuff like this is the reason that advertisers don't want to advertise on your channels. This is the reason people have been unsubscribing from you. it's because of stuff like this. And, you know, look, you probably could have just maybe accepted that you made a bit of a pillock of yourself on Twitter yesterday. But then you kind of gone, you know, done this YouTube video and you've made yourself look an even more of a bloody pillock. You have, Greg. I'm sorry, you have made yourself look a total pillock. You know, right. Okay. I think what I'm going to do, because I don't really know how to quite sum this up, but I'll just say, Greg, if you ever watch this, I doubt you will, or if you do, I'm just sure you're going to make a load of videos about me criticizing my appearance or whatever the fuck it is you do. But if you do, just kind of try and take on board some of the criticisms of you at times, because they're valid. Yes, like I said, you've got the right to say and think what you or whatever, but try and show a little bit of empathy, because what you've done here is completely uncalled for. You've done a lot of things in the past, I think, which were uncalled for, but this, I think, really, this is possibly one of the worst things. And okay, people could debate that one as well. This is possibly one of the worst things you've done. Okay, guys, I've made 2 blimmin' videos about this, just covering this 5-minute video here. So I am going to stop this shortly. I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to finish my beer, and cheers to all of you. Even to you, Greg, even to you. You know, kind of hope someday some of this stuff people critique, people say to you, sinks in one day. I genuinely do hope that. But so, yes, I'm going to finish my beer now, and then I'm going to probably go up the local pub to have some more beer. So I shall see you guys later. I promise you, the next time I post a video, it will not be about Onision, okay? So I'll see you guys later. All right, salute.